fixing my car, because the more I go without driving it, the worse it's probably gonna be. But I'm scared to drive it because the last time I did, the transmission, like in my car, was shaking. And I've literally only had that car a little over a year. Maybe like a year, and I got it in February, March, June. A year and 4 months. And I don't have money to get it fixed regardless, so I'm like, should I even worry about that or focus on it if I can't do anything about it at this point? And the answer I've decided for that is I am not going to concern myself with something I cannot fix. Sorry, y'all. There's like a spider web forming in my dad's car, and I just cleaned it off with his umbrella. I have been in a very weird place, I'd say, for the past couple of weeks, just not having the full, I don't know, I feel like I have no control over my life right now. I feel so uncertain about so much, and I feel like every time I make a plan, it ends up failing. So I've kind of stopped trying to plan for things because it makes no difference anyways, or it never ends up working out. And I don't know. I feel very, I don't know if I would say indifferent. I'm kind of just like, we'll see how this goes. I'm not really excited about anything anymore. I don't have really anything to look forward to right now. I think like I feel like a big part of it is like my car, having this big car issue, and I don't know how I'm supposed to pay for it. Don't want to have to keep borrowing money from my parents to get things fixed. I don't want to borrow any more money from anyone, honestly, because if you borrow money, that means you owe money to someone. Talking to my younger sisters makes me so upset sometimes, because it's almost like her problems are always so minuscule things, and she'll make them like, oh, this is a really big deal that she's dealing with, whatever. But at the same time, she'll be talking or making fun of me for my problems or my issues. So, I don't know. myself, or I'm used to being on my own, so it doesn't really bother me too much. I feel like sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes I prefer being by myself anyways, but I also just can find it very taxing to socialize with people depending on the mood I'm in. But I feel like even when I really want to do something with people, I don't really have people to do it with, or they just make their own plans. And when they do try, people do try to include me in things, I'm never able to go because my financial situation is like I can't afford to go out or do things, so I end up pretty much just doing everything by myself. If I go anywhere, and the only places I go are like to the store, so like Dollar Tree, Target, that's where I spend a lot of my time going to, stores. And that's also, I feel like, why shopping kind of replaced me having friends. And I feel like that was something that started back in college, because I just remember I went through like a very bad friendship breakup, and basically like an entire, well, it started with me and my best friend, and basically I can't remember all the details, but someone had told her, I said, I didn't want to be friends with her anymore, which wasn't the case, and then that turned into her not wanting to be my friend anymore. And then I had to deal with all of these people going so slow. That turned into all of these people, or the rest of our friend group not being my friend and blocking me and a bunch of stuff. And I got very, I was very isolated. And so I ended up, I didn't have any, my friends that I had at the time were the main people I was hanging out with. They pretty much ostracized me, so I just started going out shopping to make myself feel better, and didn't have anyone to do stuff with, so I would just go places by myself. And I got so used to just doing everything alone or on my own, and kind of stopped being concerned about whether or not I had friends. But that was also one of probably the lowest points in my life, was dealing with that. And so, I went through it pretty much, and I would say like I started shopping a lot more during that time. Honestly, I look back at my old YouTube videos, and I was spending, I feel like I was always kind of a shopaholic from like a very young age. Like when I tell y'all I was making haul videos at 17 years old, of course when I was 17 and living at home, I didn't have the amount of money or credit or the independence I have now to like go out and buy things. I want to say really I didn't get that independence till I graduated from college, or not college, from high school. And then my mom kind of, was less strict as far as, me being able to go places or having more access to my money. So, I don't know. there's so many, I guess, caveats to how I became the person I am now, and what all led to me being the person I am today. But currently, I'm just not in the best mental state, not even because of, I would say not just because of finances or stuff like that. It's just, I feel like I just still haven't found my footing. I also feel like with my women's ministry I was trying to start, I don't want to say I gave up on it. I just feel like I'm not really ready to be working on it. And so I'm probably just going to take a break from that, because I took a break from, you know, making YouTube videos, and then I was going to like, well, I'll still post on this ministry channel because I just started it, but I just feel like I'm not really prepared to do it right now. And I don't really have like a set plan. So I feel like I just need to take a step back from that as well until I like get myself back in a better place. And I'm not sure what that will take, honestly, or what all it's gonna take for me to feel like confident again in myself and just in whatever it is I need to get done. So I don't know. I was gonna give myself maybe like 3 months, but I feel like I just haven't been doing great. Also, I feel like I spent so much time in bed, which I don't like, but I also, like I said, I feel like having this car issue in the back of my head makes me not want to. It's like I know I can't really go or do anything, and then I'm gonna have this bill for my car that I can't afford. It's just, I have so much on my plate. I'm not gonna say it's more than the average person, because there's other people going through, I'm sure, way worse things than me. It's just, again, talking to my sister, and her biggest problem is, oh, well, I have to make sure I make this much money from Uber before I will decide if I can, like I told her, well, I'll try to visit you. But she's like, well, it depends on how much I make off of Uber, because I already spent money she went to my cousin's baby shower in Seattle, which I couldn't go to because I'm like, I can't afford a plane ticket there. It was like $500-600 to fly, and also I would have to get a hotel and all this stuff. And my younger sister's version of like struggles is, oh, I have less than 20,000 in my savings account. And it's just like, she has a very I don't know, a very unrealistic view of some things, in my opinion, because it's like she only sees things from her point of view. Anyways, I don't blame her. I just think it's frustrating. All right, my mom's calling me, so I guess we'll end our video here.